Hello all, my name is Mars, and welcome back to In Their Shoes. I'm ready to tackle all of these different shoe moments. I was a little intimidated, that's not really the reason why I stayed away for so long. I keep questioning whether or not I really wanted to keep doing Let's Plays, and the answer always comes back around to a resounding yes, so I don't know why I question it. But anyway, we're back within their shoes, and we have a lot of character moments to take care of. I have my list here of every single moment we have available to us, and I'm going to change over to something different because that rain sound is really annoying. But I have it listed every character with the 4 shoes that we have yet to, with the 4 new shoes that we got, because some characters we have done slippers or barefoot already. I thought it's overwhelming, there are a lot of things to choose from, but we kind of have like a carousel of characters here, right? So we can kind of go character by character, like do one moment at a time with each character. So after Alex, who we did last time, we have Nico. And as a reminder, the 4 options we have are slippers, barefoot, heels, and what was the last one? Sneakers? Yeah, sneakers. And for Nico, I think I'm interested in heels because, you know, she is very tall. Being tall is kind of Nico's thing. And also a little bit androgynous. We've had people mistake her for a man, even though I don't think that's her intention. So she might have feelings about her height and her femininity that might be well explored in this moment called inches. Where giving an inch might mean taking a mile, so I'm definitely interested in where this goes. 3 days before an office party, Nico asked her best friend Tano for advice. Okay, it's real time. We're going right into it. Are you there, Tano? Right here, in flesh and blood and a few pixels. I'm screwed. The firm where I work is celebrating its 25th anniversary in 3 days. Obligatory dress code. Ah, the celebration of the quarter century. This is more than an event. This is a sacred company ritual. Which means heels. It isn't just that I don't like them, I don't know how to wear them. Well, the heel is a contrivance. It makes you taller, but it also makes you teeter, rendering you simultaneously visible and invisible. Tano, I've already put the only decent player available in my ginormous size in my cart, but it will reset if I don't click soon. Help! Ah, the January sales. The true Italian Epiphany parade. Never mind the camels and the 3 wise men. Okay, so in Italy they don't have Black Friday, they have January sales. Maybe like Italian Epiphany, is that? Or Epiphany? Again, I'm not Christian, so I don't know this stuff. Epiphany has something to do with these sales. It's an event. So, do I get them or not? It depends. Would you rather dominate the object or be dominated by the object? I don't know if Tano is a man or a woman. I'm giving them my deep voice right now, but I don't really know. Double screwed. Asking Tano for advice is like consulting an oracle who gets their kicks from speaking in riddles. They have opinions on high heels, which I feel like most men don't. But there are exceptions to that rule, I'm sure. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I just need a simple yes or no right now. Shit, my cart's timed out. You see, time itself is making your decisions for you. Maybe this is what destiny really is. No tough choices, just let the system take its course. I'm gonna try that one again. Right, that's enough. I'm not going to go. Easier to get a sick note than sacrifice my bodily autonomy to satisfy a dress code. Excellent idea. A sick note to wave a subversive flag, screaming in silent protest. It might be cheating, but fuck it. Better to play the system than get played by the system. Absolutely. Sometimes the only way to stand tall is to refuse to get up at all. Okay, I don't hate how that ended up, actually. Is the thing. I don't hate that she decided not to go. Ooh, it might be affected by our choices in the slippers one. With the annoying rain. Alright, I'm gonna try that one again. First, let's check, YOLO. Every time she says fuck it, she's implying you only live once. Cool. But I want to try that one again just to see what happens if we don't let the card expire. Alright, let's go through this fast. I was too distracted by epiphany. I just need a simple yes or no right now. In that case, yes, but a sideways yes. Half a yes. A bit lopsided. Lopsided how? What do you mean? One foot in a combat boot, the other on a heel. A triumphant march, albeit with a limp. I hate you. That's just it. The categories of yes and no are simply too clear-cut. I would suggest considering a third option. When the day comes, bend it to your will. It would be quicker to just eeny, meeny, miny, moe between buy and remove from cart. Time's ticking and Tano just keeps on philosophizing, like always. You could do that and it would probably be more illuminating. But you chose to consult me, exigent of your dilemmas, poet of your paranoia, custodian of your conscience for centuries past. The thing is, Nico, heels are nothing more than a simulacrum of the modern world. You're going to have to explain this in more detail, but be quick about it. A way to bear the patience and the sufferance of being human. On the one hand, we have presidents and technocrats wearing t-shirts and baseball caps. On the other, women are still being forced to wear heels, like it's as essential as Wi-Fi. All this in the middle of wars being fought over inches. Whether it's for an inch of land or an inch of heel makes little difference. It's the only way forward, half stumbling, half feigned elegance. So let me get this straight. Should I click or not? I've never bought shoes. I'm more of a metaphor man myself. Answer. I'm afraid your metaphors just don't fit this time, Tano. The thing is, you don't need new shoes, you need new paths. Feigned elegance. I'm the one whose job's on the line. And you won't find those in an online shopping cart. I've got it. Tano, you're a genius. I'll pretend to sprain my ankle and wear an orthopedic shoe. Why didn't I think of it before? Alright, we're trying that again. Maybe I just don't read Tano's dialogue. Skipping dialogue. What is that supposed to mean? Call him out on his BS. It means that no shoe can tell you who you are. If you feel like wearing combat boots, wear them with panache. So I should show up like Rambo in a business suit? Maybe the clandestine version of Rambo, or a new apocryphal version of Cinderella. It's up to you. Heels are simulacrum. We're back on this again. Are you using my feet as a metaphor for a rotten society? No, I'm using your feet to tell you you can gain the upper hand. How? By falling over in front of the partners? By seeing your heels not as a surrender, but as a provocation. If you use them on your own terms, you don't lose, you win. Well, at least now I understand that you don't understand anything. Anyway, maybe it's just because time is tight, but I think I'm getting a handle on it. I suspected my implacable ambiguity would get the gears grinding in your own head. It might have also something to do with the way the boss glanced at my feet when she was talking about the dress codes. A glance that said, off with her head. I've heard about colleagues being put under pressure for this. It's a military parade, a glorification of the hierarchic or geriatric. What does that make me? The rogue trooper in combat boots who dares to challenge protocol? Well, that would mean you refuse to be defined by your shoes. You're taller than your heels. You know what I think, Tano? I've made up my mind. I'm not going to go. It might be cheating. Yeah. I like that as an ending, but I don't like having the in-game clock decide it for me. Okay, so that was, let me cross this off. Nico and heels. And the next one we do should be Lara. Millennials, where there is a dispute between the past and the present. Macarons, where fashion, baking, and books are mixed up. Oh, I remember this one from the demo. It made me angry. Barefoot, a position where geometrical arrangements are tried out. I think this is a sexy one. I'm kind of scared of doing it. Ties, where advice is given. I don't know. Do we want to get the sexy one over with? The slippers is going to make me mad, so I don't want to do it right now when we just did heels. Let's get this one over with. Where geometrical arrangements are tried out. As evening falls, Lara and Samir are about to have sex. Look at the way that the white text on the white background is trying to censor it. We know what it's about, game. I'm goofing. It isn't obligatory. Valentine's Day is just a day like any other. We could just watch a movie and go to sleep. I know. But you know what? I'm horny. I've been feeling a bit off lately, to be honest. Really? It was getting a bit, well, almost mechanical. I know it's all about increasing the chances, etc., but I don't want things to be like that between us. Oh, they're trying! Yay! Oh, and the ginkgo leaves are their bedspread. I see. I haven't even taken my temperature today. It's just you and me, handsome. But first, can we try a different position? Really? I don't mind being like this. Being on the bottom, seeing you from a different perspective. It's sexy. It's my worst ankle. Everything flopping about, and the first thing you see is flab. I prefer lying back. That way I can concentrate on admiring you. Well, that's hardly fair. Now it's my turn to admire you. You have no idea how alluring you are. I can't wait to just kiss you all over. Yeah, alluring like a pudding. You're gorgeous. I wish I could loan you my eyes just so you could see for yourself. It isn't easy for me. I've had it drummed into me since I was a kid. I'm reminded of it wherever I go, whenever I'm doing. Now's not the time for psychoanalytics. Looking back into childhood, I don't think. I'm reminded of it wherever I go, whenever I'm doing. When I'm watching a movie, going to the supermarket, or to the doctor, or a work meeting. How can I find myself beautiful when the world keeps telling me I'm not? And on top of everything else, I'm a woman. So if I'm not desirable, I'm nothing. But you are beautiful. You know that, right? People can be assholes and the world isn't perfect. So if you know they're wrong, then ignore them and listen to me because I care about you. You're so precious, and you are incredibly desirable. If you doubt my words, just trust how my body reacts. It's easy for you. In Morocco, it's normal to consider big women as beautiful. So what? What I think isn't worth anything? You don't think I'm being sincere? Whoops, that thing about Morocco came out badly. Did it? Yeah, that's not what I meant. So what did you mean? That the main reason you like me is because I'm so big? Or that you see things through the lens of your culture too? This one feels like it's putting words in his mouth. And that seems like... I don't know, that seems like a misstep. I don't think he'll like this either, but... It's... A, it's true, and B... I don't know, it's a little less personal. It's a little more like, everyone does this. That you see things through the lens of your culture too. So because it's difficult for you to see beyond the standards of beauty imposed by Western culture, it's a given that I just blindly accept my country's standards, right? Oh geez. Well, he wouldn't have liked either thing, but Well, you're with me, aren't you? Lara, that's just it. I'm with you. You're so much, so many things to me, all of them beautiful. You're smart, funny, and sweet. You're a book with no ending that I never want to finish reading. And I love all of you. I love your body because it's yours, not because it's what a beautiful body is supposed to be like. I don't know what else I can say to convince you. I'd walk barefoot over hot coals for you. I know, I know. But words aren't enough to overcome years and years of shame. Fair enough. It isn't something that needs to come from me. Big change always starts with small steps. Anyway, what are we going to do? Carry on top or underneath? Oh. I feel like this would be a huge boon to her confidence. And also, man on bottom is way hotter. But right now she's feeling insecure, so I prefer to be on the bottom. That's better for conceiving anyway. I'd love to have that level of self-confidence, but I haven't got there yet. Whatever makes you feel good. Are you still up for it? Of course. Okay. This moment may be affected by your choices in the blue rose. Interesting. Yeah, I'd love to come back to that one once we've done this, because A, we have no keywords. We probably could have made different choices, but I don't know. Alright, Pier. Hold on, let me cross that one out. Lara barefoot. Alright, this one sounds like a gym, and it's called Sweat. Heels, a kiss, where there's a fear of being yourself. I think he's with a girl in this one. Slippers, leaves, where for a brief moment clarity is achieved, and sneakers. Interference, where understanding is sought. I want Pier to have some clarity. I think that would be good for him. It's late at night, and Pier, with a serious dose of the munchies, is eating a shawarma from the kebab shop. Can I help you, buddy? Huh? You're so out of it. What the fuck are you looking at? Agata, that's a name we've heard before. What the fuck do you want? What the fuck do I want? What the fuck do you want? You've been glaring at me for like minutes. Ooh, it's Valentine's Day. I mean, we could say that about us, right? We're out alone too, aren't we? I'm looking in front of me, you're in front of me, so these are both super rude. But let's come out and be hypocrites. It's Valentine's Day. It's just a bit weird seeing somebody with the clear case of the munchies eating kebab on their own. And I see that you, on the contrary, are here as part of a couple. Is that your boyfriend propped up on the chair with a half a pizza kebab, clearly dead fucking stoned? Or worse still, fucking stone cold dead? He's my brother. Lucio. Pier. My condolences on his untimely death. So, you brought his corpse to the kebab shop to commemorate his memory, and stave off the munchies at the same time. And say a prayer or two. I wish I had a brother like you. Why are you wearing slippers? Anyway, it's pretty apparent that you're just as fucked up as me. Or... She's... I mean, I guess when she says, I wish I had a brother like you, she's being sarcastic. I was interpreting that for a second as kind, but Knowing what we know about Lucio, I don't think anyone genuinely wants a brother like him. So why are you wearing slippers in February? You forgot to put on your shoes. You're still wearing your slippers, sister. I'm not your sister. The squirrel's slippers look like crocodiles that are devouring her feet. It's like they're glaring at me, furious. They're cool as fuck, actually. And for your information, these aren't slippers. They're shoes. And just like you, so you know, they're so comfy it's like wearing clouds. Fuck it, I'm out of here. Pierre, I'm so fucking out of it. It's off to meet your Valentine, or sounds like someone around here is allergic to human contact. This one. I'm just allergic to stone kids like you, that's all. And the murders at Poitiers won't solve themselves. Poitiers? Like, the author? The town. So, I guess you don't play story-driven video games, then. I'm all about Operation Liberty and gunshots. Oh, really? You like shooting people who have the same color skin as you? Huh? What the... Actually, I had never thought about that. You're missing out, bitch. Huh? What, you never heard of the biggest video game phenomenon of the year? It won, like, what, 3 BAFTAs and IGF awards? You know, frame of evidence? Can't say I do. So, you're a 19th century art dealer at an auction, and all these French aristocrats are there. One of them gets murdered, and it's up for you to work out who done it. That sounds very up my alley. Just need to finish Seance at Blake Manor first. You have 8 hours. Real time. Real time? Maybe not. The game keeps ticking away and beat with time in the real world. Sounds complicated. It is, and that's why I like it. It really pushes you to figure stuff out beyond what you thought you were capable of. It's some deep shit. It even comes up in my sessions. Sessions? With my therapist. Figures. You look like the kind of chick who'd have a shrink. You really are a little bitch, aren't you? Do you have a therapist? Fuck no, what would I need a shrink for? Right, of course not. A superhuman like you. Are you seriously telling me you've never found yourself in a situation where you're completely miserable but you can't figure a way out? That you don't think you could use some advice to help you deal with those situations? He could definitely use the help to deal with his brother, who he obviously hates, and his parents who don't seem to, at the very least, don't seem to support Lucio, and I can't imagine they're a very supportive presence in Pierre's life either. That's right. Every day, I wake up and I'm overwhelmed by a feeling of bitter disappointment in everything and everyone around me. Maybe I need a new crew. Someone I can talk to about what I really think. Yeah, you do. Sounds like grade A bullshit to me, buddy. Well, you know when you're lying to yourself. Well, maybe, but... Hey, are you okay? Whoa, fuck it. I think I'm having a whitey. Tell her to breathe or try to distract her. She probably knows to breathe. You didn't tell me your name. Listen, I'm just a bit busy right now dealing with having a whitey. I don't know what that is. I don't do drugs. I don't do marijuana. I mean, maybe occasionally I'll have an edible, but like once or twice in my life. So I do not know what a whitey is. Trust me, just think about something else and it'll pass. I'm Agatha. And you're Pier, right? Hey, how do you know my name? The dead guy sitting over there said it a few times. Oh, my head's spinning. Listen, I should get back, otherwise I'll collapse right here on the sidewalk. Did they give you a cell phone when you got off the boat? They gave me a whole damn family, man. What does that mean? Is Pier brown? Is he not white? Like, I don't want to assume exactly what he is, but when she was talking about him shooting people of the same color as him, like, I assumed he was white. I apologize. That's kind of what he looks like in his picture. So, but if she's criticizing him for playing these shooters, then he must be talking about like Call of Duty, where you go and you kill brown people indiscriminately, right? So, I don't know. Maybe he's a man of color. Maybe he's... I don't know. In which case, it seems very rude for her to be talking about getting off the boat, but that's where my mind goes. Well, we can continue our conversation at a later date if you like. Don't feel obliged if your boyfriend's the jealous type. I figure he'll be out for a while longer. So? I'll think about it. We can't click that. So what? Weren't you supposed to leave? Yeah, whatever. Jerk. Oh. Pierre realizes that, for the first time, he is actually enjoying a girl's company. Despite this, the encounter between the two of them ends badly, because it didn't give me a choice. I'm definitely coming back to that one when we do this. Upside down. We didn't check this one. His brother's chat group is overrun with nasty little fascists. He's never found himself wondering why so many enemies in shoot 'em up share his skin color. Yeah, so I think he must be Middle Eastern, maybe. Pierre doesn't strike me as a very Middle Eastern name, but yeah. Well, yeah. I think that's the game's way of telling us. But all of these people have very colorful skin. It's very impossible to tell just by looking at them what their racial deal is, and I appreciate that in a game. Or a cartoon or any stylized piece of media. And it's good for a character to be coded in a certain way, I think sometimes. Like, I don't know, like Garnet from Steven Universe is definitely, she has a black voice actress. She has an afro. She's definitely coded to be black, but like, I don't know. Why am I talking about Steven Universe right now? I don't know. That's just where my mind went. But I like that it's not giving us the visual hints. It's giving us context clues. You know? If that makes sense. Alright. I think that's a good place to end. Let's check the timeline, actually. Have we unlocked more of it? Timeline level 2 of 6. Okay. So there's more. So we know these 4, and we need to put down these 4. This probably comes here. I don't know how this moment affected this moment, because we saw that this moment affected this moment. And I don't know about these. Yeah. This one's definitely harder than the last one. It doesn't help that I've been taking these long breaks in between doing these, but I don't know. Maybe I'll take another look at those moments off camera, maybe, and use that to kind of guide, and use whatever information I get there to guide my timelining I'll show you guys me making the timeline, but yeah, I'll look for hints on my own time. Until then, though, hold on, that was Pier and Slippers. I think next time we're with Nina. Yeah, Nina. We will check in with her next time. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more In Their Shoes.